If you have been left the responsibility of selling your parents' home for various reasons, it is daunting. Where to begin may be the toughest part. What to do with all this stuff. They may have lived in the same home most of their adult life, and there are things everywhere from plastic bags to pieces of aluminum foil, things that you would never think to keep. Well, I've had to do this for my mom, and I've helped hundreds of families over the years. I want to bring you 5 helpful pointers of what not to do during this process, and it starts right now. Hi, I'm Maria Wells, broker-owner of Lifestyle Realty Group here on the gorgeous Treasure Coast of Florida, which includes many great areas such as Stewart, Palm City, Jensen Beach, and many more. Well, welcome to my channel. It's just about real estate for all sorts of information and tips. In fact, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you will be notified of my current videos, which are released every Tuesday. I have met so many wonderful families through the years, and especially during this process, and many of them have become my friends. In this type of a journey, having a professional who you can trust and guide you is imperative. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below so I can answer your questions during this difficult time. I'd be happy to be as helpful as possible. Okay, let's get started. Hopefully by this time, you have met with your parents' attorney for advice on what to do, such as selling the home, etc. If you haven't thought about that part of the process, find out who your parents' attorney is and make an appointment to get their advice, because they are going to give you things that you may not have thought of. So now that you've done that, let's take it from there. So number 1, don't overlook to have a plan. You may need to hire a professional to help draw out this plan. Your attorney may know of a professional who can come out and advise you to get started. You may want to watch this video on why to hire a senior real estate specialist, because they actually can help you during this. In addition to all of the personal property, which we will get to later in this video, do you know what really needs to be done to get the home prepared for sale? Well, we all love HGTV, so you probably have an idea, however, but what's in your budget? If you do not live in Florida, you may not know what buyers look for here. This is why hiring a realtor who is knowledgeable and can assist you through this process is invaluable. In fact, I have a link for you to click on below. It's a checklist of what to do for an estate cleanout. Number 2, don't procrastinate. Oh, this is so easy to do because anything else seems better than having to do what the task at hand is. Well, it's typically a really big mountain to climb, and sometimes moving and shoving things seems like progress. Well, stop it. It's not. In fact, doing nothing is an action. Even not making a decision is an action, and that's getting you nowhere. You may be under pressure to get the home sold, then every minute counts. I find doing a task I dread the most is easier when I do it in the beginning of the day. That's when I'd have the most energy to tackle it. Once the task I dislike is done, then moving on to others seems so much easier. Well, number 3, don't avoid all those legal documents. Finding any and all legal documents such as power of attorney, wills, etc. is really important, but also any homeowner association documents such as bylaws, rules and regulations, or any information from when they bought the home is extremely helpful. This also includes any repairs made to the home. If there are receipts, which will make it easier for the realtor to explain all the improvements when it's time to place the home for sale. Number 4, don't let all the personal property overwhelm you. First, let's look at the big picture. You don't want to keep moving things around and around, so be strategic and use less energy. So you need to designate areas in the house for the following categories to start making progress. By the way, be thorough. I have found valuables under dresser drawer liners or money and books, just to give you an idea. So look everywhere unless you know for sure your parents didn't do that. So here are the areas to designate in the home as you sort, and each of these items would go in those certain spots. So number 1 would be a place for items for family and friends. A great tip is to have colored stickers for each family member to put on the items they want. Then everyone is on the same page. Number 2, rooms for discarding items. Once an area in the garage is cleaned out, put everything there. If you are lucky to be in a home, maybe a dumpster can be brought in instead of taking garbage bags out daily. Number 3, an area for donations. Place those items close to the door so they can easily be picked up. Number 4, a spot for items to go to storage or to sort later, which can include all those legal papers I just mentioned, photos, checks, bills. They could all be in this category. And maybe a bedroom or an area that items can be boxed and placed. Just make sure to mark all the boxes thoroughly. And also, I truly suggest taking photos. You can easily upload them into Google Drive and share so that there is documentation you can refer to later, especially if you're out of town, to send those photos to family members to choose the items they want. Number 5, don't try to do it yourself. For goodness sakes, hopefully there are more helping hands, but if not, there are people to hire to give you assistance. This is really too much for one person to do. Remember to click on my link below for your estate clean-out checklist. So most of all, as you complete certain tasks, and especially the ones you don't want to do, give yourself a treat. It could be take a hot shower and watch a movie, or go out and get an ice cream to have something else to look at. Believe me, it will give you a new perspective in the morning to start over again. Well, now that you have some ideas, please watch my next video, which we will explain why to hire a senior specialist. See you there.